All right, looks like I'm joined with the homie himself, KNness, on the air right now. What's good, man?
What's up with you, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy New Year, first and foremost.
Man, Happy New Year and late Merry Christmas.
Late holidays all around for sure. How
Yes,
how
sir.
how's your New Year thus far, man?
I mean, it's going good. I threw a showcase on the 28th in Glasgow, Kentucky. Good turnout. Had a lot of artists come through. Dropped my album on the same day officially. Then and now, out now. Go get that. Be hitting that piff here soon. I'm just waiting on my dude to get it uploaded and all that. But man, overall, it's been good, bro. I'm blessed. I'm living, so I can't really complain. You feel me?
We're gonna talk about that record in a matter of moments. I did play some
For
snippets
sure.
a little bit earlier. I like what I hear.
For sure.
So
That's
congrats
what's
to
up.
you.
I appreciate that.
So how did you get started as a hip hop artist? How did it start off for you?
I mean, I had a friend actually that just, always used to rap around and mess around on his computer and stuff. And I mean, I've always loved music, it's been one of my main things. So one day we was just hanging out and he was like, I'm going to teach you how to rap. And, I was open to it and literally dude wrote my verses for me, taught me how to deliver and everything. And literally from that day, I mean, I've always kind of, been in the music, but recently, the past like 6 years, I've actually taken it serious, and I mean, I'm making progress, so I can't really complain at all. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell, man. I mean, I've just always been a music person, and then dude brought it to me, so I took it on, and something to do, something to get better at. So
That's what's up. So who are some of the artists out there that inspires you or influenced you to get to where you are?
my number one overall artist is Starlito. He's from Nashville. That's been always my favorite artist. I mean, dude, he spits real stuff. He's got me through some dark times in my life. I like energy, so I've always been like a down south, like Lil Jon and the crunk type music, the beats and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give all props to all Southern artists, 90 and up, Pimp C, UGK, you got, like I said, Lil Jon, the ATL, the whole Snap movement, when it came through, the Franchise Boys, all that, like they've helped mold me into the artist that I am because that's what I've grown up listening to. So pretty much, but Starlito overall, that's my number one. Always will be. It ain't gonna never change.
I'm definitely familiar with Starlito for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did not know he's from Nashville.
yeah. He is. He's from Nashville. I've met him a few times. Also, a couple shows he had in Bowling Green, and one of my friends, he knows him like personally. So I've actually chopped it up with him a few times. But yeah, he's from Nashville.
Wow, that's interesting. Dope artist for
Yeah,
sure. I guess I must have thought he
yeah,
was a LA guy or a New York guy, but
yeah,
Nashville, it's obviously
yeah. It's crazy.
it's more than country music. It is Music City, but it's
hmm
more than just
hmm
country music for sure. And
Exactly.
as a guy myself, born, raised in the South, you know, I started listening to the East Coast rap first, and then eventually I listened to all sides. I'm an Outcast guy, heavy, Big Boy,
Yes,
Andre,
yes,
Three
definitely,
Stacks,
definitely.
that Aquemini album, Southern Playalistic, those, you know, people like those were some awesome albums. And
Yes,
obviously
they was.
when Stankonia came out, that's when their profile grew up big. And then
Yeah,
they won the Grammy for Speaker Box Love Below,
yeah,
which to
yeah.
me,
That was awesome.
I would say probably one of my all-time favorite Outkast moments was the Sorts Awards, and they won, I guess, the
Yeah,
best group, and it was at
yeah,
New York, and that was also during the East Coast versus West Coast situation, and
yeah.
I'm not sure it was Big Boy said it or Andre said it. He said, I guess it was Big Boy. He said the South
It was
has
Big
got,
Boy.
yeah, it was Big Boy. He said the South got something to say, and
Yeah,
I feel like for the last decade, if not longer, the South has literally took over the rap game. It really
Yeah,
has.
I agree. I really agree. I mean, because I mean, look at all. I mean, even with New Orleans, they represent that South too, but they brought a whole different kind of slang to the game, with the little Boosie and the Soldier Slim, the Master P, the whole No Limit movement, and I mean, all that literally was at the same time that the ATL like snap music was starting to take off, and the D4L, the Shawty Low, and a lot of people don't realize that Outkast is a part of the Dudgeon family. And I mean, Dudgeon family had a lot of artists up under them, so that's that DF chain that you see Big Boy wear a lot. That's what it is, the Dudgeon family. They had a song called 6 Minutes back in the day. I can't remember all the artists that was on it, but man, that was a hit right there, bro. One of my buddies made a dance up to it, for real.
So, Outkast just legendary in their own right. I know a lot of people were so eager to hear Andre 3000 solo album.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've read about him recently, he's in a dark place right now. He's
really not trying to do music right now. Yeah, I read the same thing.
So
I mean, me personally, I don't think he's even got to put one out, bro. He don't have nothing else to prove. You know what I'm saying? He don't. I mean, he's one of the top lyricists of our decade, as you know what I'm saying, as you was just saying. I mean, yes, it would be dope, but at the same time, I feel like, he don't have nothing else to prove to nobody. So, I mean, everybody just wants to see him with these newer artists and see that mesh together, the J. Cole's, those lyrical artists. They want to see Andre and them to work together, because it's going to be fire music, but me personally, like I said, I don't feel like he's got nothing else to prove to nobody. That's just my opinion.
I guess for me, I don't want no artists to be putting out music unless they feel inspired. Or
exactly.
So if that's not the mind state that he's in at this particular time, then I'm okay with him just focusing on him and his mental state.
Yeah.
Make sure that he's right. I mean, I would like to hear an Andre album maybe down the road, but if not, then his resume, at least with Outkast, speaks for himself.
Exactly.
And the features.
Don't forget the Four Brothers movie too. Was a dope movie.
Yeah.
Dope movie. One of my favorites. So you can't knock you on his acting too. Give us something, 3000. That's all we want.
I mean, if the music side's not inspiring, then maybe Hollywood will. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this
album.
To
be continued.
Yeah, to be continued indeed. Let's talk about this album that you put out. Talk about the whole process and how did it feel just recording it, and what made you name the album.
I have actually been working on that album for the past about 2.5 years. I have been, like I said, I've been a consistent artist for the past, 6 years, hardcore, but I've never released a solo project, but I've always stayed consistent with, the singles and, stuff like that. So I didn't want to put out something. I didn't want to rush a project. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to grow as an artist, learn, some of the business aspects of the game, and, you know what I'm saying, just grow as an artist and find my sound for one. And I mean, recently I have done that, and I mean, the album name came from, I mean, me personally, I've kind of always been a loner, I've always had a lot of haters, which everybody does, but I can't speak for nobody else but myself. But I mean, I've just, I've grew as a person, but I'm still the same dude. And that's why I named the album Then and Now, because a lot of people that's roll with me on this, this process, this artistry that I've been on, they've seen me grow, but I've still stayed the same dude. So that's why I like the Then and Now. If you listen to a song I got called Fuck 'Em, it's actually featuring two of my artists. I said they hated me then, they hate me now. So it's literally like, it's me taking an aspect of my life and saying, okay, then they wanted to doubt me, they wanted to do this, do that, but they're going to do the same thing now, but I can't stop, you know what I'm saying? So the then and now basically came from that. It's just a mirror image of myself from then and to now, but I'm still that same dude. I've just grew and, gotten better, and you know what I'm saying? So that's basically where the album name came from. And like I said, man, I put so much work into it. I didn't want to rush a project. I wanted to put a project out that somebody could put in their CD player or, on their phone or whatever and just put it in and let it ride from beginning to end and actually listening to my story because, I'm from a diverse place, small town, Hart County, Kentucky. And I mean, I've dealt with a lot of stuff, over the years, but like, I've never let it stop me. I've always wanted to get more. I wanted to grow. I wanted to, meet new people and stuff like that. So, man, everybody just rocking with KNness, 2LG, the whole exclusive movement. I appreciate it. In and now, out now, y'all go copy it. If you need it, you can get in touch with me through all social media. Literally just type in hashtag KNS. And I'll pop up, and I mean, I can get you the album, I can get you a copy. It will be hitting that pill very soon, though.
That's awesome. So Then and Now, this is the name of the album, and as of right now, it's not available on digital music platforms, but it will.
Not yet. It's coming, I promise.
But it will be on DatPiff at least.
Yes.
And then
it will be on DatPiff.
So just. And I promote stuff here and there, so once it's up there, I'll even post it somewhere.
For sure, I appreciate it. Really appreciate it, man.
And I just want to let you know one thing. With this being the first show of 2020, you are technically the first live interview guest that I've had on this particular show. So you got bragging rights for that. So.
Yeah, I can actually say that.
Yeah, and
I appreciate it, man. I really do, for real.
Yeah, so and you said Master P No Limit a little bit earlier, and it's interesting you say that because they are coming here to Lexington, Kentucky, in this coming March, and I will be there. So it's gonna be feeling like the '90s for one night. Yeah, all of them gonna be there. Master P, Shilter Shocker, Mystical, Mia X, Fiend. So you pretty much got the whole crew gonna be there for one night. So I'll be there in the second row.
That's what's up.
So it'll be bout it.
Definitely gonna be about it.
So get the Queen Man, make him say all that. If I hear Shilter Shocker and Mystical perform, it ain't my fault. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm going to. I would too, though. That's a classic right there, man.
Oh, yeah. So
classic.
KNness, man, thank you so much for being on the show, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you.
And keep us.
I appreciate you for real, man.
Yeah, keep us updated on the album as far as once it's uploaded, you put it out there, and I'll do my best to spread the word.
I got you. Like I said, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. Everybody, y'all follow along. Kentucky, we making noise. It's 2LG until I die. Exclusive Minds game. Everybody Hates Chris dropping March 8th. Y'all watch out for that. I appreciate you, Kenny.
Yeah, you have a good night, man.
All right, you too, brother.
Bye-bye.
Later.